As I mentioned last week, today I'm going to talk about the Guaranteed Income Supplement, otherwise known as GIS. Now, GIS is a government benefit given to low-income seniors in Canada. And when I first learned about GIS, it scared the hell out of me because I never knew this existed. And then I was like, oh my God, so many people are completely unprepared for retirement, and it shows in the numbers that I'm about to talk about. So that is why I think what I'm doing is absolutely of the utmost importance. And I am not an expert in GIS, and I hope that this is the last time that you ever have to understand what it even is, because you're listening to what I'm saying and you're starting to plan for your future. But currently, right now in Canada, there are over 3 million elderly Canadians that are taking some form of GIS, which means that they're living below the poverty line, and that number is only going to grow. At the end of this video, I'm going to explain like a really cool strategy where you can actually potentially take advantage of the government and get GIS, even though you shouldn't be deserving of it whatsoever. But first, I'm just going to explain it really simply, because when you read about this on the website, it's quite confusing. So the first thing that you need to know about GIS is that it's available to all senior Canadians who are eligible for old age security, which I talked about last week. You also have to be residing in Canada to receive GIS, and you have to have an income below a certain threshold. And any income that you have will reduce your GIS benefit, excluding what you're getting from old age security. And GIS is not taxable income, unlike all the other government benefits. Another thing to note is that if you're in jail for 2 years, even though you're receiving OAS, you can't receive GIS. So just don't go to jail, I guess. Now I'm going to explain to you how this works if you have absolutely no income whatsoever other than old age security. So you have no CPP benefits whatsoever in retirement. You have nothing to draw from your RSP. You're not working at all. And just know that every piece of income that you have on top of that will reduce this benefit. So there are 4 types of people, and there are 4 sort of places where you can receive GIS. First is if you're a single person receiving the OAS benefit, and that's all you're receiving, then GIS will top up your income tax-free by $871.86 per month. So that means including OAS and GIS, you're now receiving $1,455 a month. Second is if you're a couple and you guys are both receiving OAS and that's it, and now you're both entitled to get a GIS benefit of $524.85 a month. So your household income is going to be $2,190.74 a month. Next is if you are receiving OAS but your spouse isn't eligible to receive it because maybe they didn't live in Canada long enough, so you're the only person in your house receiving OAS, then you are eligible to get $871.86 in a GIS top-up. So that means your household income in a month is going to be $1,455.60. And lastly, if you're married and receiving OAS, but your spouse is not 65 yet, but you guys fall below a certain threshold of income, then they'll be eligible to receive an allowance, which is basically like an OAS allowance for people that don't have enough money. In that case, you can receive $524.85 a month. So I hope that that was depressing. You just realize that there's 3 million Canadians basically living off of nothing because they didn't plan for their future. And I hope that that pushes you to start doing something if you're not. Because you need to realize that everybody starts at zero. So if you just start saving a little bit and get into that habit, you will not have to deal with this. Now, as I said, I was going to show you like a cool government screwing strategy where you could potentially get GIS even though you shouldn't be deserving of it whatsoever.